What's going on, guys? ZfreeZone here, and today we're going to have a look at this cave. We're going to build it today. There's probably already a walkthrough, so if you haven't seen that, have a look in the description and you'll see the walkthrough. But other than that, we're going to get started on this guy. We are in admin mode at the moment, and we have got a plugin, which is this guy here. This is called the Creative. Have a look on the Steam Workshop, you'll find it, but we're going to go free build mode. And then we're going to choose the pieces that we're going to go, and I'm going to go for this new stuff because I do like this stuff, how they've done it. So we're going to grab the foundation here. We'll probably grab some triangle pieces. These ceiling pieces are good too. I always want to put one of these glasses in because it's all new and it's all fancy. And a fence foundation is definitely something I enjoy as well, so we're going to grab that. But other than that, we might have a look at some gateways and doorways as well, because we do want to stack this a little bit, so we're going to be doing that. But as you can see here, we got plenty of room inside. In fact, this is one of my favorite caves for the size. Like, there are a lot of little caves like this, but this one just seems to give you just that little bit more. There's no other features like the brimstone rocks or whatever else in here. It's absolutely blank, so that is good. But we're going to continue here, and we're going to try and line this guy up nice and straight. So we're going to get this guy lined up probably on the top here even. You can see, just make sure it's going to go the same kind of way. Then we can come down to the ground here. And yeah, it's going to be pretty much like that. We do want to go straight through, so we're probably going to go on a bit of an angle from the top and actually make the corridor line up. And now I do want to pop that up one, as you can see there, and that will make it easier for us to fence stack. So we are going to go right there, and that looks pretty good. Let's go on top of here and see where we land on the top here. That is absolutely perfect. There's no problems with that. As you can see on both sides we are lined up really well, and this should go through the actual place straight through the middle. Yeah, definitely, I like that. So that's what we're going to stick with. So we're going to break these guys. And then we're going to bring this out the front a little bit more, like so. This is going to help us do the fence stacking. So now we're just going to grab a fence foundation. And we are going to come in between these guys. There is one little problem with these pieces. You can't see when the fence stacking is in the middle. And what I mean of that, I don't know if I'm up here or I'm down one layer. So as you can see, it just kind of disappears, but when you place it you can tell that you've touched the top because it changes just that little bit. So from there we're going to come out on this side, and we'll do the same over here. So there we have the start of the stacking. In fact, we're probably going to move this guy. Now we're going to get the triangle pieces. Now there's a reason why I use these triangle pieces. I've explained it a few times now, but it's just easier to copy it through the cave. So you definitely want to stack this way when you're doing something like this. So with that, we're going to take these guys away, and then we're going to put a foundation in there, and another fence foundation on that. I wish this rubble would disappear a little bit easier so I can show you guys, but there we go with that. So now you can see we got something going on along there. So now we're going to delete these guys so we have something to work with here. We can work with this side at least. So we're going to get rid of all that. And we're going to put a fence foundation on that one we just made in the middle there. There is plenty of tutorials on my YouTube if you want to see how to fence stack. I'm going to try not get into it too much today, but as you can see, just watching along here what I'm actually doing, I'm trying to get in between these guys, and then we are deleting these as posted. There we go. And now, so we've just started that one, we're going to get a foundation in on there. We're going to get a fence foundation right there, and we're going to fill in this gap just there. Now obviously we just need to get this gap and then we are good. To do that we are going to try different things here, because I don't think that's going to line up the right way, which it doesn't look like it's gonna. So we need to go one more foundation, one more spot behind this guy. If we go here, and the foundation, that's not going to do it, so we're going to go one more just there, foundation, and that's going to go one behind it. So then we have this guy here. You want to do most of this in sandstone so you're not wasting your resources, obviously. So now we've done that, we can come around with these triangle pieces and it should land right where we want it, which is not. So we need to go up one, so let's cancel that and we'll go out again. So what we're going to do is get that fence foundation here. But it's kind of good when I like stuff up like that, gives you guys a good idea of how to actually fix any problems that you've got. So we got that there, and then we're going to cancel that, and now that's going to give us the perfect size to come around and fill that gap that we need, which is right there. So we're pretty much done. All you really need is a foundation width, so we've done a little bit more than that, but that's going to be perfect for what we want, so we can pretty much delete everything else around here. So I'll quickly do that. Alright, so now that's all deleted. What we're going to do is come through here and actually put these fence foundations in between here, and we're going to continue this in because we are not at the end of the entrance. That is pretty much good for the entrance, so we're going to go with that. Put the last one there, then we're going to delete these foundations in here, just like so, and they are the first fence foundations that are going to stay, which we just put down in the middle there. So these are the ones you want to put down tier 3 straight away. Obviously I missed a fence foundation there, so we're going to have to put that guy back in, but these fence foundations are going to stay, so yeah, make those permanent. Out here we are pretty much way past the entrance, so we're going to delete all this, we don't need it. Just like so. Now we're going to get a foundation and come through here. We're going to go all the way through. Just like that. We don't really want to go that far, I don't believe. Yeah, we could do. It's not that bad, is it? Alright, so we're going to go that far in. So now we're going to get our fence foundation and just go along here. Just like so. And as you can see, we are copying it in. That one totally missed. But by doing this, we are copying the fence foundations right through the place. And that's why I use that stacking method, because the copying works a lot better. So now we've done that, we're just going to delete this side and rinse and repeat, and just keep doing that until this whole thing's stacked. And that's how you stack tight spots. Quite easy, really. If you can even just have just a little bit of room on the side here, it is quite easy to do. So we're going to come through here. There is another method which is a little bit better for much tighter spots, but this one works really well for what we got here. Alright, so we're going to wait for that rubble to go, and I can't remember if I... Alright, that's not going to, yeah, that's going to match up, so we're going to have to delete one fence foundation. So once we delete this guy, we're going to come back one. But we're already done that back one, because this is the one we just put in, and we go back one, so we got that. So we're going to take out one more, and we're going to run it from here, and that's going to be just behind these guys, as you can see there. And we're going to go with the fence foundation here, put them here, and then over there. Just do what we were doing before, basically. Alright, that one did something weird, so we're going to check it out. It's all good. Put another guy there, then over here. And we're going to pretty much keep it like that, so let's delete all this down the side here. And we just have one more to go, so pretty easy, really. Fence stacking can be one of those things that it's a bit hard at first, but once you get the idea of what's going on and you do this method here, it's quite easy to do a big area. So we're going to delete that, go with that one, and then this is the last foundation that we need to run through. As you can see there, all good. So we put our fence foundation there and fill in that last spot. That one went too low, I believe. So let's have a look here. You can see it's dropped that little bit more. So we want that, we'll get rid of that guy. And I might even need to go in admin mode. That's probably a really good reason why you don't want to speed this up like I was doing. I was going a bit fast there. So if you're actually in-game, you'll have to get an admin to do this, because this has sunk down to that point where there's no return. Let's have a look under here. Alright, so it's this guy just here. As you can see, it's lower than the other foundations, and it's gone underground. So you want to be really careful of that. Don't do what I did then. Make sure it's up. So we'll take ghost off. Alright, so what we were doing wrong there, grab this guy out. See, we have two options, one level and then one down. I must have just moved down a bit. So you want to be really careful to keep everything level and don't go down too far, because you won't come into that problem, but it is something that you got to watch out for. And now this one here looks like she's going to hold, so we are good, and then we're going to go there. Alright, pretty much everything else can disappear, so we'll get rid of all these guys here. And once all this is deleted, there we go, clean up our mess. So all this here is what's going to stay tier 3, so everything outside should have been sandstone and you won't waste resources. You don't have to worry about it popping down too much now, because it hasn't got 2 snapping points, it's just got the one level that you've got. The 2 snapping points are on the foundation, so now they're gone. It's quite easy just to come through here. Some of these are not going to go in, and I don't want to put them in there just in case later on I do want to change it. But right here, as you can see, we're just building up these walls, and we've got that guy there. And this one here, obviously we haven't gone underneath, so what we're going to do, we're going to go here like that, and we're going to try and get this guy in. There's one, there's 2. Now we're going to delete these ones here, and because he's connected into the wall, he's going to stay there. So now we're going to do this side as well. I'm thinking about doing some more tutorials on fence stacking, so if that's something you guys want to see, make sure you let me know in the comments, because I think it's something I need to just focus on, is some stacking tutorials. There are many ways of doing the door stacking, ceiling stacking. There's always a couple of ways and different methods for different things. Alright, we're going to delete that foundation up the top there, because that was getting in the way of these guys. Now we have full access, and we have rubble in the way, of course. Let's start on this side while the rubble's disappearing. There we go, so that side's pretty much good. We've got a couple more here. Obviously that's totally not needed to get into that little gap, but yeah, I just kind of want to, but it's not going to go. So now we're going to focus on here. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can get a better angle here, because we're starting to get into some tight spots here. So it looks like it's just this guy and these ones at the end here. There's gone one too far out. As you can see, these guys are sticking out way too much, so I'm actually going to delete one layer here and push it back just that little bit more. So I'm going to take that out, just like so. Nice. And now once that's done, we still need to do the top here. So we are going to come through the top. There might be a case where you got to put the fence foundation down where I'm standing, but we're going to try and avoid that and try and get these guys in. As you can see, they are snapping. I just got to get at this weird angle, and we're getting it done. That's the end. No, one more. There we go. And we'll come over here and do the same. Very nice. Alright, so now we've got a nice entrance stack up, which is pretty good. We are going to delete this guy because we don't need this, because I want to put a gate door here. We're going to check it out anyway and see what it looks like. So let's have a look at these gate doors. That's not snapping, that's just floating. I want it to actually snap here. We did have it just then. Alright, so that is the gate that's snapped on right there. So that is good. We can actually put a little door here too if you wanted. So now you have a gate and a door, which is probably not needed. But as you can see, that gate sticks out so much, it's probably just not worth putting this gate in there in the first place. If you had even if you had one of those drawbridges down, which is a lot more health, it's just going to get blown up from the top. Like, they could place bombs up there and just get rid of this, so the drawbridge isn't really worth it. So we're actually going to take that out. Doesn't make sense to put that guy in there. But we're going to come over here, and now we're going to put these back in there, back up there, back there, back there, and back there. Alright, so now we've got that. Now we're just going to run doorways through this guy. Alright, so there you go. Nice and easy. Yeah, so there's your doors, and as you can see, we got plenty down there. And now I want to show you guys this as well. Like, I don't recommend doing this. It's been a thing that's been around for a while, and I don't know why Funcom hasn't fixed it still. Thought they would have got around to it now. But as you can see, we can put a door on that door frame and then open it up, and we could still put a door on that door frame. We'll open up the other way. So there you go. Alright, so now those are all done, let's go in and see what we can do inside here. Now we're at a very nice level down here, as you can see. Very cool. We're not wasting much room there, which we need all the room we can get. So there we go, that's laid down quite nicely. And now I don't want to put these guys in because these are, we need something to support this, but these are way in the way here. So what we're going to do is place this down and then try and get one behind it, which it looks like we can. And then we'll get rid of this guy. And we'll try the same on this side. Try and place one behind it, which is perfect. Alright, so now we have those two placed down. Now we can run the ceilings off those, and they are hidden into the wall. So you got that support there, but you don't have the actual foundation sticking out and annoying you. So we're going to have one there as well. We'll keep that guy as the hatch right next to the door, and that is good there. So let's jump up here. Now I'm trying to hide some more foundations in these walls, because the more you have, the more support you got, the better. And as you can see, we're finding a few spots here, which is really good. So we've got 4 foundations holding this roof up, which is really nice. And now we're going to put a trapdoor in, just like this guy here. And we'll grab the door. There's no hinges I can see on this door. Makes it a little bit hard which way it's going to go up. But that's good enough for me. And so there we pretty much have this build. It's a real short one here, but we got the job done pretty fast. But yeah, as you can see, it's quite an easy build. You just need to do the fence stacking at the start, and then that is pretty much it. We are rock and rolling. As you can see, it's quite isolated around here too. I love how it's got this little ridge. So if people are running around here and that, they just really don't see much. Like, you can see it, but there's just not much to it. And you really got to come over this ridge to even notice what's happening over here. So I really like this spot. And also when you come out, you have a nice view of the whole sandy area over here. And there also is a dungeon pretty close as well. So yeah, pretty good spot. I'll top this one as one of my favorite spots on this map. And as you can see, there's lots of room in here as well to do whatever you want. So now I'm gonna run down and put some benches down and all that other good stuff. But if you want to see the full walkthrough at the end, make sure you check out the description below. And also I've got a Discord and Facebook, so make sure you check out them too. Leave a like button, give a subscribe if you like what I'm doing here. And I'm ZfreeZone, and I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good one.